Welcome back to our channel once again. Princess, we'll bring you information about another update that has to do with the month of perfection. July, the month of perfection. July, the month of perfection. Pay attention to this important information on the report brought after the meeting with Apostle Ken Wakama and other dignitaries. The report has a lot to say concerning disbursement. Pay attention to this. July, the month of perfection. Thank you.
Nigerians, good afternoon to all CEOs, men and women of non-governmental organizations and cooperative society limited that subscribe to UAAG of Apostle Dr. Ken Nwakama in Nigeria. Good afternoon to all the bundle heirs and good afternoon to the prospective beneficiaries of UAAG grants. Today is the 7th day of July 2024. I am Temitokpe Eluyemi Balogun. I believe that God is with us. God is everything, the only source of everything we have been doing. I will return all the glory to God Almighty, who is able to do all things. I want to appreciate every one of you, both the CEOs, the bundle heads, the prospective beneficiaries, the imams, the alfas, the pastors, the evangelists, and the traditionalists that have been praying for me. I recognize every one of you because we are all involved in this program. And I appreciate all your prayers. I sincerely appreciate you all. I thank you all because you have shown me love and you show me that truly you want the truth of this program. If we recall that on the first day of June 2024, we started this race. And if you remember in my voice notes, I assured Nigerians that June 2024 will not pass before we get the truth of this grant. I come your way today. This month of July is month of perfection, month of perfection, month of total freedom. That's what I call this month. To the glory of God, we have received the report. I don't want to start explaining all what has gone, what we have done in the last month, but I just want to talk briefly about the report that we have at hand. I want you to believe me that Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, they are human rights organization that has zero tolerance to injustice. They have listened to both ends, both we be the petitioners and the responders. And yesterday, we got the report. I think we should be happy first that we got the report as fast as they could. And I want to explain the importance of this report. That is why I am doing this voice note. Number one reason for this voice note today being the 7th day of July 2024 is to explain the importance of this report. We have been fighting on social media. I am aware since last year many groups have came out on social media they really want to know the truth. But this is the first one now that all of us we have seen it physically, that yes, we want to see the truth. When I say all of us, don't misquote me. I am not the only one. I am just the lead leader, the lead petitioner. I'm not the only one behind this. So we decided to take this fight out of social media because we needed to know exactly what is behind all these grants. And we have been summoned to Committee for the Defense of Human Rights. We wrote our petition there, and they invited UAAG management. Of course, we all know those that represented them. What happened on the 27th day of June 2024? What happened is what you saw in that report. Of course, the report is very lengthy. If they are to put everything down in my own way, because you know I am not a lawyer, I'm not a human rights activist like them. But if we are to write all the things that happened, both from the petitioner and from the responder, I think it's going to be more than that pages. But they have selected the important ones that needed to be attended to, and that was why you saw it like that. And I want you to know that, like I said, without events, there can never be history. Now that the Committee for the Defense of Human Rights have listened physically to both the petitioners and UAAG management, we, the petitioners and UAAG management, they have something in their hand now to work with. And I want you to know that they are not the only ones seated that day. We saw it in their report that DSS were there, police officers were around. So therefore, this particular report is not ordinary report. And when you search the CDHR, when you search their past record, you will know that this particular program in their hand is not an ordinary program. This is not a program where a wife go to them to report her husband that are not taking care of her. This is not a man go to report his wife that maybe pack away from his house, and when she was going, she packed all his belongings. No. This particular event comprises both regions, dialects in Nigeria. So therefore, either you like it or not, allow them to follow the law of this country. On our part, we that carry the matter to them, we are not in hurry. Of course, we would have loved if this thing can happen within a week and we get the results. But when we got to Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, the UAAG management sent them an errand that the document in question is with presidency, precisely in our president's office, and the chief of staff and the inspector general of police. So when you people read the report, instead of us to appreciate the Committee for the Defense of Human Rights to even sat down for hours including the DSS representatives and the police representatives. They were there for over 4 hours. While both ends, we were talking on top of our voices. We do not want to be silenced by the UAAG management. UAAG representative wanted to prove to this set of people representing the government and the CDHR that they know what they were doing, that they are real. You could imagine what these people will face in our hands, and you all know what we have faced in the hands of our members. So if we carry that kind of aggressive to that kind of meeting, you could imagine what the DSS officers, the police officers, and the CDHR representatives we experienced that day. It was so hot. And after the whole thing, they calmed us down. They received both hands, reports, discussions, and were documented. Now they have brought their report out. I just want you to read. Don't just read by reading sake. Read in between the lines and understand a lot of things even before the result will come out. You should be able to pinpoint where the result is going. You should be able to pinpoint it through this report. And I've already told you that we are not enemies of UAAG. The only thing that will make us to be angry is when the result comes out and nothing to write home about. If UAAG grant is not real, that is when we will now be angry, because we are being slapped, we have been injured. That is when we will now face, we need judgment, we need justice. But right now, since the presidency is involved in the grant of UAAG, I just want every one of you to understand that CDHR, Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, cannot just put a call across to presidency to be asking them questions. Why out there they can never put a call across to Inspector General of Police to be asking them questions, even if they have direct contact of these people. Neither can they just go to any of these offices to knock the door and be asking them questions. They too are experienced. This report in your hand that you are reading, my fellow Nigerians, this particular report you are reading that you have seen yesterday is the one that they will now use to write letters to those areas. That this is our findings in both ends. Honorable, our able president, please, we needed your attention. I'm just using this because if I want to write a letter, that's what I will write. We needed your attention. We realized, we were told, this organization told us that their government is in your custody. And this thing is causing a lot of havoc in the public. We want the copy of this report, of these documents. I don't know how they want to write it to, but me, I'm just assuming. If they submit the letter, peradventure maybe they have submitted the letter, you should know that our government, each offices have their own work. And there are protocols. So these protocols will not allow somebody to just carry letter and go and put it on the table of our able president immediately, and you'll be expecting results. That, oh, God, open it, daddy, open it, and we need it urgently. No, it has to follow due process. Neither can they carry this report and the letter and go and put it on the chief of staff table directly, immediately. It has to be submitted, acknowledged. The same thing go to other places the UAAG management representative mentioned. So therefore, if CDHR gave us 21 days, my fellow Nigerians, we should have the fear of God. This our matter self. If you are follow us to different places we have entered, it is a total strange things. I am not saying grants are not coming to Nigeria. Of course, grants are coming to the country. But the story so far on this our own, the story so far, until you get the result, you will understand me. So for somebody who does not even, they were not involved, they didn't know anything, we carry our issue, go to their table, and they, within a week, they bring out their report. They wanted to use this report to help us seek for the truth. And they say we should give them 21 days. Haba, we have waited over 3 years. We have waited over 2 years. We have been counting 7 years. Some now, they saw it that irrelevant, that what is happening is irrelevant. There can never be result. How can they say 21 days? Have the fear of God. And I want you to know, either you like it or not, either you believe or not, there is going to be results. That I promise you. 21 days to get the result of UAAG grant. To be sure, if there is any grant called UAAG or not, my fellow Nigerians, we should be happy by now. Those of us that are sick, you should be praying for good health. Because right now, no hidden places again concerning this case. That's what I want you to know. CDHR have gone very far, and they saw the importance of them addressing this issue as fast as they could. That's why we are seeing the results within a week that they said. We should even say kudos to them. Bravo to them, because if you know the way manipulators manipulate, both physically and spiritually, of course you know, they normally tell us, they used to tell us that this their grant is 99% spiritual, which to some novice, that spirituality is from God Almighty. But I am telling you that God that created heaven and earth know that we need money. That is why he created money. So if somebody is collecting our money physically and he want to give us money and he's talking about spiritual, 99% spiritual, then we should know that something is wrong somewhere. And of course, don't let anybody deceive you. Don't allow anybody to deceive you, because there is no way this one we are doing can come out spiritually. Please don't let anybody deceive you. This one now is not going to be spiritual. It is physical finding. We are not using spiritual to find out the truth. And if you think CDHR is not working fast as you think, instead of you coming from the other camp to indirectly putting, killing the fire that is already burning, to indirectly discouraging people, please, go straight to presidency to collect the documents directly, as you said. It is fully possible for you. You are at liberty to do so. If you think the date they gave us is too long, you are afraid something is fishing, please carry that thing that is fishing and go directly to the president of this country's office. Go and retrieve the documents by yourself. Never you come to my DM or any of our team to talk down of this date, please. And never you come to our platform to say anything against this movement again, because when we started it on our own, and we have already told you, if they don't want to give us their billions, we are not afraid. So far, it's not compulsory that everybody become millionaires. So if I'm not a millionaire, does that mean I will not live? If I am not giving them billions, does that mean I will not make it in life? I just have to explain in detail to us today. If you cannot follow the real process, physical process that we are doing now, please, you are at liberty to do your own. You too can help us. Some people started and they joined this struggle when they see our seriousness. And for your information, don't let anybody deceive you. I know they have connections and I know they have money. We have given UAAG management enough money to slap us, to step on us as they like. But I want to assure you that if anybody is deceiving you, that CDHR can be manipulated, let them know that it is very too late for them. Because we too, we are always ahead. And as I am talking to you now, this matter, particular matter, is everywhere in Nigeria. Talk of any office. We are there. Since you focus on CDHR, we are in all other offices. So, I want you to stand up. Go and use your connection to silence CDHR. Go and use your connection to enter National Assembly and tell them they should not work on this this issue again, that they should not act, they should not investigate. Go now. If you have that boldness, go and identify yourself. Tell them that this case is your own case. It's family issue, that you want to carry it home. Go to DSS. Go and tell them this case, this UAAG matter and all other grants, is family issue between the grant handlers and the CEOs, and you just want them to stop. Go there. Since you have the connection, since you have the enablement, knock at the DSS door. Tell them to stop. Approach CDHR. Tell them to stop. Then go to the police station where they said the Inspector General of Police is involved. Go and tell them to stop. Waka go National Assembly. Enter different offices. You have capacity. You have people. You have connection there. Mention UAAG of Apostle Dr. Ken Wakama. Tell them to stop. That you are on top of these cases. Then you will understand yourself. This is not the era of I know people. This is not the era of I have money. This is not the era of I have connections that I can do as I like. We are talking of the masses. We are talking of the downtrodden. We are talking of the wounded masses, wounded people, widows, widowers, single parents, less privileged, orphans, motherless. We are talking of them. If you have that audacity, kindly try it so that you will know how far. if you have that audacity to stop this movement, to tell them to sweep this case under the carpet, go ahead. Go ahead, please go and try it. Till then you will know that they say khaki no be leather. Till then you will understand. We are trying to stop a lot of, I don't know the English I will use. Will I call it atrocities? We have a community within this country that they are making us. Many people are dying on daily basis. They are less concerned. And somebody will come out that this government is not good, oh, this government has not helping us, oh, this government is good, this, oh, this government is that, oh. Meanwhile, the few people punishing us on daily basis because they said they bring grant for us. They are not even half of this government we are shouting. These government representatives that we are talking down, they are not up to half of them. Yet, the atrocity they have committed in the life of many of us, it is only God that can weigh it. My fellow Nigerians, the case is opened. That is what I will just tell you. Everywhere in Nigeria, the case is widely opened. And what do we need? We need the truth about all the grants that have entered this country, or they have told us they brought to this country. We need the proof. So UAAG is just number one because the country director of UAAG, Apostle Dr. Ken Wakama, came out and said the money has been shared. So if somebody said that and our members are now running after us, that is why we have to pick it from there. Let the government show us the list, because they said the document is with the government. Then the government should be able to standard the list of the CEOs, the NGOs, the cooperative society that have collected the said grants. Can't you read the report? My dear brothers and sisters, all of us, we say we are CEOs. Are we not gullibles, really? Are we not ashamed of ourselves that we left the job we were doing and we entered this race without asking questions? There was a question that they asked them, the representative of UAAG, that one of us asked. Somebody from northern side asked that question among us, that is UAAG registered with Corporate Affairs Commission? They still want to talk in spirituality. And they said it is not all questions they can answer. But they said they assured the house that day that the money they are talking is here in Nigeria. The UAAG money is here in Nigeria. And even as we are talking, the money can enter individuals' CEOs' accounts. That's our organization's accounts. Where is the proof? Where is the documents? They say it's with the government, but the company the organization was never registered. Are we not gullible? I just want us to please, let's see ourselves that we have been, we anxiously enter into a journey. We enter into a bus that we don't even remember to ask the driver or the conductor, where is he heading to? We have been going inside this bus. We have been going in this journey. There was no bus stop. And suddenly, the Almighty God stopped the vehicle, all the plans to know what happened to the vehicle by the conveyor, by the driver, by the doctor, prove abortive. They called their mechanic to check it. The electrician went there. It was just like the horse that God stopped in the Bible. So everybody was tired sitting down because all efforts to move the vehicle proved abortive. And suddenly people started coming out. They alighted from the bus, and some were looking for water to drink. Some were looking for where to cover their head because of the hot sun. Some were looking for where to sit down. Some were looking for the electricity to charge their phone, because they have been carried away. And suddenly fresh air began to come, and they started thinking. They have the opportunity to rethink, and they started asking the conductor, what is the next thing now? Where are we? Where are we heading to? This is exactly what is happening in Grant community. We have entered the vehicle. We have been going since, spending everything we have. But right now, the vehicle has stopped. Many of us have calmed down. We came down and we have started asking questions. Where are we? What is the next line of action? So my dear brethren, my dear CEOs, the bundle heads, and the prospective beneficiaries, we are now asking questions, and the question needed answer. The answer is coming right now.